You're a director of engineering and you need to freshen up your resume. Let's dive into it. Today I'm sharing 3 key parts of a director of engineering resume that are going to help you tell your career story much more clearly. If you haven't subscribed yet, then hit that subscribe button and then ding the bell. Hit the bell so that each time I release a new video just like this, you get notified. My name is Stoltzfus and I'm the founder of the Job Hackers Network. I help tech leaders to absolutely stand out in their job search, to strategically execute that job search in a way that enables them to network effectively and get straight to the table with hiring leaders. Let's dive into the content, the 3 things that are going to help you to absolutely stand out in your resume as a director of engineering. The first one is going to be to nail your career profile. Your career profile is going to set the stage. It's letting an individual know, this is exactly who I am. This is exactly what you're going to receive from me. So let's dive into the template to get this drilled right in. All right, so here on your screen, you've got the template. The first thing that you're going to dive into is your professional description. Next, how many years of experience do you have? The next component is within what industries, within what specialities, and then within what specific companies. In just a minute, we're going to look at a couple of examples of this. The next component is to go right into strengths. My strengths in Strength 1, Strength 2 enabled me to then deliver, and you're listing out a huge career accomplishment, a defining career accomplishment. And the last component of that template, the core areas of expertise include, and then you list those core areas out, not in an exhaustive way, right? Again, I'll show you some templates, but in a way that highlights the key components. And then you're going to describe the scope of the team that you lead, the size, the diversity of that group, how many products, things of that nature. So let's dive into a couple of examples and see this played out in real life. Example number 1. Engineering leader with over 15 years of experience in R&D and product development within tech companies like Unity, Microsoft, and Qualcomm. Moving to the next part, my strengths in innovating and coaching have enabled me to build empowered teams that are inspired to give their best performance. The last component, my core areas of technical expertise include simulation, robotics, and AI, while my leadership strengths include building talented teams, coaching, providing context and clarity, generating energy, and creating cultural change. Now we get into the scope. My scope has included leading multidisciplinary organizations of up to 25 people to create V0 products and demonstrate product market fit. There are so many core components there in this profile that this individual has put forward that enable somebody to kind of see, touch, and feel them, to see them in their business doing these things, to see both the technical side of that director of engineer, but then also the leadership side. And this person really did get both sides very well. So let's look at example number 2. Engineering leader with over 20 years of experience driving digital transformations and operational excellence in global companies such as Amazon, Microsoft, and Starbucks. I help companies build technical organizations that deliver software services that delight customers and drive revenue for the business. The next component, the strengths. My strengths in product delivery and innovation enabled me to deliver a computer vision-based social distance auditing system to the global Amazon.com fulfillment network in less than a month. Now we get into the core areas and the scope. Core areas of expertise include organizational design, software engineering, and product development. My scope included managing teams of 50+ technical members and delivering company-wide initiatives. So you've got the picture, the area, for this person, the product focus, right? You can see a different feel from the one before this. If you want somebody to hire you, you have to help them see you, kind of see, touch, and feel you. They're looking at your resume and then progressing into the interview and they're saying, I get it. This person is telling me a clear story of what it would look like for them to be sitting in the office next to me, for me to be working with them on a daily basis. And that's part of what the career profile really sets the stage nicely for. The ability to see and understand you, to feel you in the business.
Are you ready to start or optimize your job search process? Do you feel stuck and need help connecting the dots? Join this free web class where you'll learn the step-by-step formula to control your career progression. We've helped hundreds of experienced engineering and operations leaders just like you to build their brand and grow their impact. Register for this exclusive training today to step into the driver's seat of your career.
Number 2 for the Director of Engineering resume is you've got to craft amazing, outstanding resume bullets. You've got this beautiful career profile, but now we need to prop it up. We need to back it up. We need to prove it that that is who you are and that is what you'll bring. So let's do that with storytelling in the bullets. For this, you're going to want to talk about the situation, the action, and the results. And not always in that order. Sometimes we'll start off with the results and then talk about the actions and then introduce the situation. But let's go into a couple of examples where individuals have done this really, really well, okay? Let's start off with our first example of an effective resume bullet. Presented with the opportunity to build a SaaS product from scratch, I scaled the PMO team, 15 members, and processes to deliver 4 SaaS products within 18 months. An approximate $25 million budget resulting in 90% operational cost savings and projected ARR of approximately $10 million. That's got all the pieces in it, and it hits. It packs a punch. Takes you from what was happening all the way through what did happen to then yield this result. Let's look at resume bullet number 2, or example number 2. Led a robotics team of 35 to increase the monthly active users of our open source software packages by an average of 33% month over month for a period of 1 year through tactical code releases and an effective go-to-market strategy. Again, you've got all the core pieces. What was being faced, the size of the team in this case, we've got scope of the delivery, we've got timelines for the delivery, and we've got what was done. And this is something where somebody can look at this and say, yes, I've got that problem. I need to solve that. And they can see all the components right there. If this is helping you, then hit that like button and then answer the question below in the comments. Does your resume tell your career story effectively? Comment down below. The third component that I want to talk about that differentiates for the Director of Engineering resume is to add an effective but necessary technical skills section to your resume. It's pretty wild these days. You've got a lot of laying off that's happening in our technology industry, and what that's creating is a compression. It's making it so that directors of engineering have to be able to get in the weeds every once in a while. Now, you also have to show the strategy and how you're leading from above, but at times in these director of engineering interview loops, you're having to do technical interviews. Right? Sometimes I'm coding. And so you've got to get down into the ability to show that you have the technical capacity, the technical capability, and a technical skills section is part of that. So what is included in the technical skills section? Some of the core components that I want you to include there are going to be the languages that you work with, the databases, design, cloud infrastructure, big data, processes, domains. These are some of the key areas that are going to be key to list out in your technical skills section. It's going to be the things that recruiters are searching for, right? They're searching for those cloud capabilities with AWS, with Azure. They're looking for these things very specifically. So on your screen here, I want to show you an example of an effective technical skills section. And you can see here, you've got the languages listed, you've got the databases listed, design, cloud and DevOps, big data, process, and domain. Some of your categories might differ slightly, but you've got those core key technologies that recruiters are going to be looking for and that those organizations are going to be, they're absolutely at the critical point. They're used on a daily basis, and you've got to have that technical oversight of these things, even as a director. As you start to progress into senior director and even into, VP, anything up the echelon, you do distance yourself some from some of these technical tools. But at that director level, especially right now, where things are compacting, you have to show this technical delivery. I want to help you further with this, and I want to make it even easier for you to dive right in. So I've prepared for you a professional resume template specifically for directors of engineering, right? So that as you are getting in there and you're putting pen to paper, you've got all of these core components, the templated components, some of these examples right there in front of you. Let's make it easy. So go down into the description below, grab the link to the professional resume template, and get that today. Now be sure to check out these videos next as you continue to build your brand and grow your impact. And I'll see you in the next one.